Well, you find me here at a typical English carp fishery. This is what thousands of us have been to work for, to come here on a weekend and hopefully catch a few carp. And that's what I want to do. But also, I want to unravel the secrets of a lake like this. It seems pretty featureless, but what's under there, the depths, the contours, I really want to know. I don't want to just cast out, and hopefully I'm going to do it by testing this little product, the Deeper Fishfinder and a smartphone. So, what is the Deeper? Well, without sounding like a double glazing salesman or forcing the product on you, let me just tell you a little bit about what this product does. And the first question I always get asked is, what is Sonar? What does the Deeper do? Well, basically, Sonar, the best way I can explain this is, if you imagine a torch, it's not transmitting light, this is transmitting sound, but if you imagine a torch shining down with a narrow beam and the beam getting wider, that's exactly what this thing's doing. It's sending down a beam. Now this is the clever bit, and this is what the guys at Friday Lab have done with the Deeper. This beam's going down and it's sending back the signal through to the fish finder. The fish finder is then sending back the signal to a smartphone, which is giving you, it's enabling you to see exactly what's going on under the water, but without the restriction of wires or anything like that. It's all wireless. So what it does, the picture that it sends back to this is one I've taken earlier. This isn't not this particular water, but I keep a record of all of these. If you can see this, for instance, this is in 35 feet of water, and it's a marker found on a large reservoir, and what it does, it comes straight the way back up. It was a notable mark with a tiny little snag, and the Deeper has picked out a fish at 28 foot. Now I caught that fish, it's another story, but I did catch that fish just in 28 feet of water. It was a pike. So what this thing's doing, if you could imagine, all it's doing is sending down a signal and bouncing back the information, and then the clever bit is coming through to your phone. So that's the Deeper in a nutshell. Let's put it into action. So once I've got my Deeper, what am I going to do with it? Well, as you see, it's like a sphere. I'm thinking, how am I going to attach it? Well, it comes with 3 fixing bolts and 3 fixing points. So what I'm going to do is take one of these bolts out, just drop the box back there, and for casting it, like I'm going to do today, I'm just going to fix this onto the top like so, and make sure that your Deeper is tightened securely, so everything's nice and sealed. Then I'm going to get myself, all I've got here is 85 pound Power Pro, really strong braid. And use any strong braid, I like 85 pound, I'm not going to lose it that way. And then I'm just going to attach via a really strong swivel, the top of the Deeper there, get it all ready, and now I'm going to pair it up with my phone. So I've explained a little bit about how the Deeper works out, where the fish are, what the depths are. Now here's the technical part. You need to connect it to your smartphone or a tablet. You can use a tablet if you want a bigger screen, or any smartphone. What I'm using here is an iPhone. Now, if any of you have got an iPhone, you'll know that a few calls, few emails and everything, your battery can drain. So what I suggest you get is one of these power packs or something. You can pick them up off eBay relatively cheaply, charge them up, that'll give you enough power for all day. You can watch telly, you can do anything. So the power issue, you want to get it all fully charged, make sure everything's working, and then you want to start to get your Bluetooth to connect to your phone. Now that's pretty simple. What do you want to do? I'm using an iPhone, for instance. It can be connected 2 ways. I prefer to charge it and connect it that way. Otherwise, it connects while it's immersed in water, and it switches on while it's immersed in water. So I've got it on charge here via my power pack, and you want to switch your Bluetooth on. So I'm going to switch my Bluetooth on there, and you'll see that I've used several Deepers in the past, and this is the newest Deeper. So I've got this one, and I just want to click it on, connected. There you go. So the Deeper would like to allow you to communicate with Deeper A6CE. That's it, allow. We're connected. Now, all I need to do is reattach this, make sure everything's sealed up, and then chuck it in the water and start relaying some information, and we can have a look at what secrets this pool's got. So I've had people contact me and say, listen Steve, will this Deeper catch me more fish? Well, there's no quick fix to this. Nobody can catch you more fish, but what this thing will do, and it's absolutely amazed me, and that's why I've really got behind this product, is it'll relay loads of information that you're never going to be able to find. Your marker rods, casting round, depth, plumbing, forget all that. This thing can do it instantly. So what you're doing, you're chucking it out and it's sending a picture of exactly what's on the bottom. It'll even pick out individual fish. Not that you're going to catch them, but it'll point out the structures, whether there's weed growth on there, the depth, the temperature. You can even record where you've seen a lot of fish on a map. I've done it in the past. So what I'm going to do, hopefully, I'm going to cast this out, get a picture of exactly what's going on, see if I can find a fish, see if I can find a structure, a nice place to cast to, and catch a fish. Let's give it a go. Right, so I've cast it out, and what this is telling me now, this is where everybody casts. They cast straight into the middle, and I've got between 10.4 feet and 11 foot, but it's pretty featureless. Now this looks like it's moving. What it's doing, it's actually scrolling, which is updating the information. It's sending it back every so many seconds. So if a fish does swim into the swim, it'll pick it up. It's not going to show the same picture. Other things it's going to tell me is I've got 60 degrees Fahrenheit, which is it's fairly quite warm. That is, it's a good temperature for the autumn, and there's absolutely nothing there. So what I'm going to do is just gently reel this back in. You can see on that screen that's not going to give me a straightaway info, it's just dropped now, so the actual fish finder tipped, and I've brought it in where I think there's a feature. Now it comes up there to 7.5 foot. Now usually this time of the year I'm going to be looking for 7-8 foot, it's that kind of temperature, but it's still quite flat, but it's got a little variation. I can see a little bit of variation going in there, and I keep on bringing this back to 7 foot. 6.9 feet, 7 feet. Now the water changes ever so slightly down there, 6, 7, and there's little bumps and drumps. I'm thinking that's gravel, I'm sure it's gravel. So I'm just going to keep having a cast around here and just see exactly what I can find. Right, so what I've done now, I've cast this out again. It's in the same swim, but I've just had a little cast around to the left, and this is every carp fisherman's nightmare. We're in 12 foot of water and there's a fish, denotes the number 5 there, there's a fish at 5 foot. So that's telling me 60 degrees Fahrenheit, this is zig territory, this is you've either got to catch one with a zig. So that's giving me a little bit of information that the fish mid-water, nobody ever thinks of fishing mid-water, but that's him there. All I'm going to do now is just going to have another cast around and see if I can find anything between 12 and 7 feet. Ideally, I want them on the bottom. Bit of high pressure, they're all over the place. But I want to try and find a fish or a little structure that's on the bottom, then I'm going to cast to it and hopefully catch it. Right, now this is interesting. Look at that bit of structure there. It's showing there's no fish at the moment, but that's a real bit of structure there. It shoots up from 12 foot, goes to 9.5 foot, and I'm sure there's going to be fish there. I'm going to put a few baits there. I've noted that, I know exactly where it is. I can go into my history screen, that'll tell me everything that's around there. Look, flat, 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 flat. Then you've got this real little indentation here. Surely that's been made by the fish. Don't know, could have been grubbing in there, but it just seems strange that that's there. On an otherwise flat bottom, that little bit of structure surely got a whole fish. And as you can see, I've got all the information, a history button there of the whole swim, and that's there. So I'm going to make a mental note of that, and I'm going to cast into that. That's surely got to hold some fish. I'll keep having a look around the swim though. Just having a little cast around my swim now. Just to the sides, everywhere I've cast on the sides, this little shelf here seems to hold the most fish. Oh, now I don't know whether you can see that. I'll mark that on history. Oh, I tell you what, there's tons of fish down there, tons of fish. Just marked it on a history there. 6 foot, it's where you wouldn't cast down the side. You think everybody walking past, you just wouldn't dream of this. You wouldn't get this information any other way. I can't see, you know, you just can't get that information. There's a little indentation. I don't know whether I can show you there. It's only 5 or 6 foot. A little indentation, and as you can see, there's 3 fish at 5 foot. Now the only thing I can do now, I'm going to get a handful of bait, that's all. I know the fish are there, and I'm going to cast to it straight away. Right, this is it now. I can try and do this live. This is not an easy water by any chance. You can interview loads of people on it. They're just not catching. But I've cast that down there. I've cast the Deeper Fishfinder. It's transmitted that information. There's a little gap, And surely those fish are feeding there. There's 5 or 6 and they're all over that little indentation like I showed you earlier. I'm just going to put a bait down there now. Just cast him in. Straight on when I saw those fish. Now I'm going to put this back lid on. Just creep around because they are pretty close in. I'm going to put a back lid on just to keep everything nice. Tight down there, down the edge. I haven't got time to put any buzzers up, anything like that. Just want to keep it pretty quiet. This is as technical as it's going to get for these. Just make sure that that doesn't run off. Set everything. I'm just going to put a handful of bait down. Don't want to put too many down because, oh, I thought I had a bite straight away then. Geez, that would have been good live on camera. I'm just going to put a handful of small baits down. Exactly in that now. And sit and wait. Mate, I'm in already. I'm in. Have you got the camera on? I'm in. I can't believe how far this fish has kited. I've seen it on the inside, on the fish finder. You just can't get any better than this. I've chucked it out to where I've seen the structure. Now I'm on 3 baits. Thought we'd be sat down, got to be honest, with cameras you think. We sat down 10, 15 minutes, an hour, even longer. But I haven't, I've gone and bloody got it. I can't believe it. And now I'm hoping it's not foul hooked because it's gone from one side of the lake to the other. I'm too excited now. I don't know how these fishermen, film stars do it. I get too excited every time I catch a fish, no matter what size it is. How the hell a fish can go from that side of the lake to another in a split second. I'll forget about the deeper for a second, and I'd love to know how fast the fish travels, because he's just literally, he's shot off down there, he's gone over there, he's kited. Only thing that's worrying me is that it could be foul hooked because the speed it's moved. Unbelievable. I'm using a 2.75 test curve rod, so I can give it a bit of bullying. It's got a lovely action to it. I tell you now, there's no better demonstration than that. I can't believe it. I'm sure the cameraman can't believe it either. We've literally just sat down, we're going to have a pork pie and a talk about fishing for a second, and the rod's gone. Unbelievable. There's a little back lead just dropping off there. I'm treading on my boilies and everything, I'll get too excited. Too excited. I want to keep the rod fairly low. I want the fish coming up. I've got a sweat on. I need the makeup department or something like that. Oh, that's where he first hooked. This is brilliant. This, I can't believe that. This is, I tell you now, this is not an easy lake. People have been fishing on here. There's a couple of guys down there. They've come up to see what we're doing. And we haven't cast it in yet. And then I've just put that in, showed them the mark, that little bit. And we've caught a fish. You can't work things out better than that, can you? You watch this now, it's going to be an eel or something. Unbelievable. As with all carp fishing now, as I said earlier, you can't, it's not going to really put fish, this is just luck, to be honest with you. This is very, very lucky. It's not going to be an instant quick fix. It's just going to show you that bit of structure. I wouldn't have known that's there, I tell you now. There's no way, I don't think anybody would know that that's there. And we've cast that structure, there are 3 fish over it. And Jammy Steve has managed to catch 1. I can't believe it. Oh, there she is. I can see her. Oh, look at that. Look at that. There you go. There's a lovely, beautiful common. Absolutely mint. I can't believe that. I've got proper sweat on now, get all excited. I can't believe how hard she's fighting. That thing, it just took off one side of the lake to the other. She still wants to go. Unbelievable. Now you could say, oh well, that fish was there anyway. But if you have a look on all the anglers on this lake, they're all casting straight out to the middle. Yet the only fish that I've found were just there, really close in on the side. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I can't get over this. You lot won't be able to see, but I'll have the cameraman shaking his head saying, I can't believe that, Steve. We've seen the fish. That's a complete mystery. You see the fish and then you've gone and caught it. Absolutely spectacular. Let's get me landing it out. Give that a dunk. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh my days, what a beautiful fish. What a stunner as well. Well, as I say, you know, you come here, you work all week to do a bit of carp fishing, and we've cheated, more or less. We've got it done in, we've not been more than 15 minutes, and we're into one already. Look at the scales on that, it's a right fat beast. Come on, mate. Come on. This thing is going some. Come on, mate, come on. Oh, look at that. I tell you what. Come to daddy! I cannot believe that. Can you believe that, mate? Literally, we've seen the mark. I showed it all, I showed everybody the mark on the fish finder. 3 fish. There's one of them. Sitting in little pixels, and they've seen it there. Cheers, Deeper. Oh, look at that. You big fat pig. Let's get all my mat wet. Right, just going to get everything ready. As you said, didn't expect this, so excuse us for a minute. I'll just get everything done. I'm all excited. I don't know how these people do this. I don't think fishing can be live, because I'm like a dog with 2 willies when I catch a fish. It's fantastic. Right, everything's ready there. Let's get the net done now. Oh dear. Oh, she's a big fat common. Just make sure all of her fins are tucked in. She's perfect. And oh yeah. Hello, girl. Tell you what, she's like opening a Christmas present. Oh, mate, look at that. Got that little hooked on your little barbless hook. Straight out. Perfect. Let's get all that away. Little back lid. Caught on that. Don't want to see her out too long. What a beast. What a beautiful, beautiful fish. Oh! I tell you what. Make sure all of her fins are out the way so I'm not going to damage her. Look at that, she's broad like a bloody house brick. Mate. Now, that is a beautiful English common. Look at her. And live, saw it on the fish finder, cast to it, went to have a pork pie, rod's gone already. Fantastic. I'm going to get this thing back. As I said, might not catch a fish, but bloody hell, that Deeper has shown us a whole new world, I tell you. Fantastic. Mwah. Get her back. I'm just going to put her back now. What a beautiful fish. Look at her. Look at that. Mwah. You can't make that shit up.